It's 6:23.
What time?
It's 6 o'clock. Well, the old clock on the wall's not 6 o'clock.
It's about 2
The
minutes
battery
to-
operated clock ain't 6
Well,
o'clock.
we'll be all right.
And George Bush Jr., he signed off number 151 American service-connected disabled veterans and number
I'll call to order the regular business meeting of the Avery County Board of Commissioners, August the 5th, 2024. And if you would like to speak to an agenda item, a public comment, or the public hearing, will have the sign-up sheets are in the back on the table. Woody, would you lead us in prayer?
Our Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord, for this beautiful day. Dear Heavenly Father, for all the blessings of this life which we know come from your bountiful hand. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we especially thank you for Jesus and for what he did for us on that old rugged cross, Lord, rising the third day. Dear Heavenly Father, be with us now as we conduct the business of the county. Lead us, guide us, and direct us. Have everything that's said and done be in accordance to your will. We thank you and praise you, Lord, for all things. In Jesus' name, amen.
Please stand and say the pledge of allegiance. Nancy, will you lead us, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, let's go to 3.2, call to order formal session. 3.28, proclamations and awards.
So Board, we do have a proclamation. Unfortunately, I don't have it available because there is a typo, but I would like to read the proclamation aloud, and we will have you sign it when we get the proper copy that fixes the typo. But it is a proclamation from the North Carolina Society of Daughters of the American Revolution, Crossmore Chapter. It's Constitution Week, September 17th through the 23rd of 2024, whereas it is a privilege and duty of the American people to commemorate the 236th anniversary of drafting of the Constitution of the United States of America with appropriate ceremonies and activities. Now therefore we, Dennis Aldridge, Martha Hicks, Robert Burleson, Tim Phillips, Woodhall Young Jr., as Avery County Commissioners, do hereby proclaim the week of September 17th through the 23rd as Constitution Week. And I'll have Cindy and I will make sure y'all get this signed when we do get the proper one with the typo
And
correct.
we need a motion to adopt the proclamation once it's corrected. Do we need to go ahead and do that now?
Please.
Okay. Need a motion to approve the proclamation.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we'll move to 3.2B, public comment. You have that sheet?
Oh, did they?
I need to read this while he's doing that. The time limit for any comment to the board is 3 minutes. Board members are not expected to comment or take any action on matters during public comment. Any individual speaking during public comment shall address the entire board. Any person who willfully interrupts, disturbs, or disrupts the session will be asked to leave the meeting. If you have any questions about public comment, copies of the public comment policy are on the table with the sign-up sheet. If you would like to speak to an agenda item or speak during public comment, you must sign up on the sheets at the door. Time limit to speak on the agenda item is also 3 minutes. Please silence all cell phones and electronic devices. So, Mr. Jenkins, you're up.
My name's Greg Jenkins, and I'm still from Florida. I'm back up here because we got a bunch of homeless veterans up here that are suffering. And I'm trying to get things done as best I can. We fed 300 people from Avery and Carter County at the Americana Steakhouse. We didn't feed them at the food pantry with the illegals. We fed them at the steakhouse like Americans, Americanas. July 6th. We fed every first responder and every law enforcement officer in Avery County that wanted to come and eat. We fed every veteran that was hungry. We partnered with Rolling Thunder. Y'all might know who they are. They put 2.5 million motorcycles in Washington, D.C. They'd sure like to know what the hell's going on in Avery County. They're coming, whether you like it or not. They're here tonight. They're gonna be here every day until we get it straightened out here in Avery County. They're gonna bring national attention to your little town because you have nothing for veterans in Avery County. These brothers put their life on the line. They know what it's like. I understand none of you did that. But I'll tell you what, I ain't leaving till it's done. I need to request on 10/5, October the 5th, I want to have a run for law enforcement in Avery County from Banner Elk to Elk Park on 194. Before I go to the DOT, I have to have permission from the county. I put my request in to Philip Barrier. I'd like an answer this evening. I want to have a rodeo for every veteran in Avery County, their wives and children, to come out there for free and enjoy themselves for an evening in Avery County at our expense. I need permission to use the fairgrounds. I could care less about the grass on the ground. What I care about is the lives that we're saving and the lives that we're changing. We'll grow some grass back. We'll put down some fescue seed and some wheat straw. We'll bring in Tifton turf from Georgia if we have to. I planted Augusta National 17 years in a row before the Masters. I think I know how to grow grass. I need you people to help me, please. I'm not here to be your friends. I don't want you to be my friends. I want something for Avery County. I left for months and nothing has been done. Nothing. For 2 years I've asked you, please do something for my brothers.
Time's up. Thank you, sir.
You give me 3 minutes for veterans and law enforcement. You have no
That's the
name.
policy. Okay. When you go to 3.2C, Board Appointments, Maryland Community College Board of Trustees, the term of Martha Hicks on the Maryland Community College Board of Trustees ended June the 30th, 2024. Woodhull Young Jr. expressed his desire to serve on the board. This is a 4-year term. I need a motion to approve, Mr. Young.
I'd like to make that motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Next, we have the...
Thank you, Mr. Young.
Yes.
Sorry about that. The NCACC conference will be held in Forsyth County, August 8th through the 10th, 2024. During the business session on Saturday, August the 10th, 2024, each county will be entitled to one vote on the items that come before the membership. Each county should designate one voting delegate for the NCACC. And Mr. Dennis Aldridge has expressed desire to be our voting delegate this time, and I need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Mr. Aldridge.
We're going to move to 3.2, 3, for the review of the Avery Fire Commission. There is 2 applicants for the Avery Fire Commission. These are both for review, and they are William Costner and Matt McClellan. We'll review those and we'll vote on next month. Thank you. We have a public hearing at 6:30, but we're going to move ahead till 6:30. So we'll be going to 3.3A, County Commissioner staff items. A is subdivision approval, 1911 at Cranberry Phase 2D, Lot 89.
Afternoon.
Good evening, my name is Heather Bender and I'm representing Land Group this evening on this lot. It's just one lot. In 1911 it wasn't, it's just kind of wrapping up the rest of what we submitted previously for the last phase, and it's been through all necessary channels with the planning board. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer those for you.
Anybody have any questions?
There was a question that, according to the minutes, that the planning board had, according to their record.
Not that I'm aware of. It was passed without any concerns or any necessary changes needed for that one. I was present at the planning board meeting.
Martha said she's already changed the chair as well.
Okay.
Well, anything else? Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
And the planning board usually brings our plat for us, and they did not do that this evening. So Mr. Phillips, if I could meet up with you one day this week
That'd
to
be fine.
get you signed,
Just
that'd be
let me
great.
know.
Okay, thank you so much.
Let's move to 3.3B, Tax Administrator's Report, Ms. Andrea Turner.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Please approve our collections for the month of July, $186,174.40.
Need a motion to approve.
So move.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Please approve our releases of $797.48, excuse me. But I do have something to say about it before.
Okay.
The releases are $797, but out of that $797, $702 is rebuild. Just so y'all know.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved. With the explanation.
Right.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
And then, of course, I have my sales for July 2024. We had 73 sales. We're at 65% just for the month. Last year, we had 63 sales, and we were at 67%. Just one little thing I'd kind of like to just point out, just so you kind of see how things are going with us. The first sale on your list is for a property on Beach Mountain, and it was one of the neighborhoods that I did for reval. I ran my sales ratio, and I was at 103% when I did reval. I ran my sales ratio now with the current sales. We're at 77%, just that one neighborhood, but I just wanted to let you kind of see how those things are fluctuating. And then the last thing is our sales assessment ratio at the end. I just wanted you to see what the whole state looks like.
Right.
And I'd kind of like to point out that where we are with Watauga County, they had a paid company come in and do their reval, and they're in the same boat we are. So we do pretty good here in the house.
Yes, you do. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Andre?
I'm sorry. Do the releasing.
Yeah.
I always try to run from you.
We had some discussion about new legislation concerning listings and things like that. Has there ever been any clarity on that, or is it still in the General Assembly?
I haven't heard anything on extending the listing period. I've heard nothing else. The only thing I heard was about the late pay posting. But the other part, I've not heard anything.
Okay.
I will be in Raleigh next week, so I'll try to ask then while I'm there. to find out what's going on.
Thank you.
Oh, and I sent out tax bills, I guess y'all know, and we did a farm use review, so we've sent out letters to everybody that's in that program. So we're reviewing those now. So that's what's going on in our little office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, the staff, too.
Let's move to 3.4, County Commissioner reports and requests. 3.4A is County Manager Report, Philip Barrier Jr.
Okay, Board, we will start with a broadband update for the public and for the board. First, on the Great Grant, that's those 234 locations. You do have a report in your packet that shows that the design and engineering work as of this last report on the end of June is 75% complete on the design and engineering work, and 25% of the total project's permit request to vendors is complete. So I applaud them for seeing some movement on that grant. The CAB grant, the 956 locations, we're still getting paperwork with the state signed. It usually takes, it'll be January when we'll see foot on the ground on that. However, Skyline has a release, a public release about the CAB grant, and Avery Countyans can now go onto our website and onto their website and put their address in to see if they were eligible, if they're one of the 956 locations that this first grant will participate in. If not, it carries you through to another website where you simply fill out your name and phone number, so they will have a record that you are still not served. The homecoming football game for Avery is September 20th. Both Charter and Skyline are both going to be at that game at the front of the ticket booth to promote and to help people sign up for internet for those that are eligible for this first round of funding, because there will be a second round of the CAB funding that will be released from the state. So that's very important. Anyone have any questions about either of those grants?
Are we allowed to comment on that section of the meeting?
No, not signed up. No, sir.
Well, I was told, I'm sorry, please, Mr. Phillips, if I may. I was told to sign up on these agenda items, but I didn't know I could sign up on the county manager's report. Am I permitted to speak on his report?
You can sign off on any agenda item, but if you're not on the sheet, you won't be able to today.
All right. Some general updates. I want to thank Dogwood Health Trust, BIA, our community paramedic, Samantha Knight. All of our employees have now had our Narcan training, and because of those two grants, we're able, she is now dispensing the Narcan to the departments and to the employees, and also the mouth shields. So that's something to be very proud of. Our room tax started in Avery County on August 1st, and you can go online now under tourism and get the proper forms to fill out for the end of the month. And we did get our application signed with our company that will be help promoting that. That's also in your agenda packet. The Solid Waste Hazardous Waste Day is at the Community Center this year, so we did move the location, hoping to make it easier on our taxpayers. It's not this Saturday, but next Saturday, the 17th, from 9 to 3. And the address, again, is 661 Bell Road, up at the Community Center or the Fairgrounds. There is in your packet also about the computer and tech help at the Avery Library. It is every first and third Thursday of every month from 3 to 5. So anyone that needs help, like with any of this, signing up with Skyline or with Charter to get better internet at their home, you can do that at the library. But there is a flyer on that. We also have that flyer on our website. A lot of us attended the Lee's McRae ribbon cutting for their new investment of their 3 buildings. Very exciting for Lee's McRae, so I just wanted to draw attention to that. There's a letter from BIA and a letter from the Community Development Block Grant that we're currently finishing up on. Information in your packet also. On August 10th, the museum and the 250 committee will be having a marker placed at the William Gregg gravesite. That will be August 10th at 11 a.m. if anyone is able to attend. I know we'll all be at the conference. We've had 2 rec center public engagement sessions so far. We had 60 participants at the pool and 135 at the Celebrate Avery County Day. So that's a pretty good representation of participants for that. And also with Parks and Rec, you can now sign up for football and cheer online registration. So any parents, you don't have to come to the Rock Gym to sign up. You can now go online and sign up if you have proper internet. And that registration does end on August the 8th. And that's all I have in my report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Terry. Let's go to 3.4B, Finance Officer Report, Caleb Hope.
Good afternoon, Board.
Good afternoon.
I have a few items for your consideration this afternoon. Item number 1, the Department of Parks and Recreation is requesting funding to install a new field lighting system, install new scoreboard, replace panel box, and install exhaust fans in the Rock Gym. Some of these projects were budgeted in the previous year but not completed. Request the Board to adopt the following budget amendment to debit capital outlay $37,973 and credit fund balance appropriated $37,973.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Question,
Go ahead.
have you looked at the poles?
Yes, we did. And that is the best location according to the electrician.
Are they gonna use the same
No.
poles?
I think they are. I think they are going to plan on upfitting those poles.
We better look at those a little closer.
That's what I told
Yeah.
you.
Better
Those
look at those
poles
a
need
little
to
closer.
be
They
changed.
need to be changed probably.
Okay.
End of question, you got to answer. Thanks, Tim.
Item number 2, the Department of Central Dispatch received an insurance reimbursement for the damage to radio towers in the previous fiscal year, but the repairs were not able to be performed by the end of the fiscal year. These funds will need to be rolled forward in order to complete the repairs. Request the Board to approve the following budget amendment to debit capital outlay $13,786 and credit fund balance appropriated $13,786.
Need a motion to approve.
I make the motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item number 3, the Transportation Department was not able to purchase fans that were budgeted in the 22-23 and 23-24 budget due to availability. They're requesting that the money be rolled into the 24-25 budget. Request the Board to adopt the following budget amendment to debit capital outlay vehicles $427,370 and credit fund balance appropriated $427,370.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
And
What is the availability of those since they're 2 years behind? Our fleet's getting in a rough shape.
we were able to get one vehicle last year off the list of vehicles that we've been budgeted for. And we've been in communication. I know Philip and Jeff went down and talked to some of the suppliers, and it's a particular type of vehicle. My understanding, it's the high tops. That's the limited availability. And our fleet is getting quite old.
Age on it.
And they did look at the short tops and they just weren't feasible for us.
Right. They don't want to move backwards, but we're getting to the point where we're going to have to get whatever we can get.
But do you have any idea when they will be available?
We have asked for VIN numbers on the ones that we have ordered, and as soon as they're available, they're supposed to get them to us. So,
And typically, with some of these, they tell us a date, and then that date just keeps moving
On
further
back.
into the future. And I do want to make mention, since this is such a large figure, that 90% of this will be county funds. Technically, the state does 10%, or we do 90, or they do 90.
90.
I'll get it right here in a second.
9% state.
90% state funded, 10% county funded.
I was getting worried there.
Yeah.
See, that's what got us not buying before us, getting them all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be all or nothing.
And being that the state has a lot of requirements that these specifications these vehicles have to meet in order to be eligible for that state money.
Thank you, sir.
All right, item number 4, the Avery County Sheriff's Office had budgeted to purchase a Bearcat tactical response vehicle in the 2023-24 budget. The vehicle was ordered, but it will still be several months before the manufacturer will have the vehicle ready. These funds will need to be moved into the current fiscal year. Request the board to approve the following budget amendment: to debit capital outlay auto $395,196 and credit fund balance appropriated $395,196.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Got any questions about that? All right, lost my train of thought. Everybody to approve this, say aye. I'm lost my train of thought, sorry.
I've done that before.
Item number 5, the Avery County Sheriff's Office has received a grant from the International Association of Chiefs of Police for victim services position. This grant will cover the position at 100% for 2 years. This budget amendment is to recognize the second year of this grant. Request the board to accept the grant and approve the following budget amendment: to debit grant salary $48,110, to debit FICA administration $3,681, retirement $7,236, group insurance $14,204, 401k retirement $14,443.30, supplies grant $17,000, maintenance contracts $10,800, and credit IACP grant $102,474.30.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Item number 6, the Department of Building and Grounds is requesting funding to replace the gate at DSS and install it at the Ag Extension entrance. Request the board to adopt the following budget amendment: to debit Buildings and Grounds capital $22,533.14 and credit fund balance appropriated $22,533.14.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Right. The last item I have for your consideration today is a resolution to establish and maintain an account for the occupancy tax collection for Avery County District A. This will be to create a bank account at Wells Fargo to house the occupancy tax funding that the county will receive.
Need a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, that's
Thank
all I
you,
have
sir.
for your consideration.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
All right.
We have 1 minute.
Well, let's get to Michelle right quick then. Michelle, do you have anything? Or do we
I'll
need to
watch the
wait?
clock. I just have one update.
Okay.
Since Avery is here about the tax foreclosure notices and the posting of that. That is a new requirement by the legislature that those tax foreclosure notices will have to be posted on the property.
Okay.
So that is something that we can discuss at a future meeting.
Okay. Thank you. All right. What time is it? Exactly.
We've got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
We'll just hold on.
Look at the other clock and we're already ready.
Yeah. Move that way. We'll wait till this one comes up 6:30 and we'll go at it. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Public hearing.
But see, I didn't want to get comment on his, so I didn't sign up to comment on his report. The place is so packed, you know, so many people are speaking,
So we're on 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's long 30 seconds. All right.
Dogwood Culture,
All right.
Black Lives Matter, defund the police, and all the
Okay. All right, I need a motion to move out of regular session into public hearing.
So moved.
because they were getting shot.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right, we're going into public hearing for an amendment to the CDBG Neighborhood Revitalization Grant. And the public hearing is to solicit citizen input and amendment to the CDBG Neighborhood Revitalization Grant. This amendment will change the scope of the project from the construction of a reentry housing facility to establish of a domestic violence home. Ms. Michelle Ball.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, let's see, excuse me. Drop my glasses. Okay, we're here again about the CDBG Neighborhood Revitalization Grant, number 21C 4008. Originally, this was let me go back. November 2022, Avery County was awarded the grant from the Department of Commerce, North Carolina Department of Commerce, in the amount of $950,000 to construct a 3,000 square foot transitional housing facility for individuals re-entering society. The original application for funding identified property down at the old prison camp. It turned out that it was not available to the county on time in a proper amount of time, so the county identified a new site down on the 3-lane between Newland and Elk Park to locate the facility. However, the planned relocation of the site was met with community concerns brought up during a public hearing about a year ago. And due to the citizens' unease with the project, the commissioners elected to return the entire grant to the Department of Commerce. Then a miracle happened. The Department of Commerce reached out to the county and asked if there was another project that they could use the money for, which is they never do. After reviewing the CDBG guidelines and assessing the needs of the area, the county decided that a domestic violence shelter was the best resource or best way to use these funds. Oasis Incorporated of Boone serves Avery County and Watauga County, and currently anyone needing emergency services for domestic violence, any kind of shelter, they have to go to Boone. They have to go to Watauga County, which takes them away from their family, takes other family members, it takes the kids away from school, and takes them away from the courthouse, or DSS or wherever they need to be in the county to provide whatever services they need. A new shelter will provide that assistance locally and be so much more convenient for those citizens needing that help. The county held 2 public input meetings, July 10th and 6th, one in the morning and one in the evening, to give people a chance to come. Both meetings had about 20 attendees, and everyone in attendance had nothing but encouraging things to say about the project. This new project, to be able to change the grant, it's going to require not only this an official program amendment, which includes all this paperwork here, but a budget amendment as well. So basically, the county part of the budget amendment will be asking for the creation of an acquisition line item and a rehabilitation of public facilities line item. The acquisition line item will have $500,000 in it, and the rehabilitation line item will have $355,000. This will, and we're eliminating the public facilities line item that we had originally to build the other facilities. So that's exactly, it's $855,000 was available for construction, and that's what this adds up to. The money will be used to purchase an existing piece of real estate And the rehabilitation part of it will be to make any upgrades necessary and make any kind of security upgrades necessary for a domestic violent home. A domestic violent home. Violence, God, I cannot talk today, I'm sorry. To qualify for CDBG funds, a majority of 51% of the beneficiaries must be considered low and moderate income or having a household income less than 80% of the county median, which for two-person household in Avery County right now is $48,250. The beneficiary of a shelter, much like the reentry facility, are regarded as special population and they're assumed low income. In the proposed project amendment, the county will use the funds to, like I said, to purchase a home, and it will be in an undisclosed location, just to make it more secure for anybody. And any public records that will be available will not have the address of the facility. And that's basically state law. We do not want to advertise that location. That's about all I have. If y'all have any questions.
Anybody have any questions?
Was the total grant originally $950?
It was, and that $855 is minus admin. There's 10% admin taken.
100,000.
Well, that includes
Well,
that
we
environmental
don't get all that
review.
admin, yeah, some of it comes to the, and there could be some extra available for if needed. I can't remember what our contract was for, but there's some extra money available for the county if we need to bump up these other line items.
Do we donate back to the county if we need to?
Thank you.
Do we need, we have a public hearing sign-up sheet, and Mr. Jenkins, you're first on the list.
Thank you, Mr. Here we go. First, we have crackheads and convicts over veterans and law enforcement. Now we have a domestic violence center over veterans and law enforcement. I'm on the conference call, invited every month to the CLC out of Watauga County. Oasis has been in Avery County providing the services for domestic violence for over a year now. They claim it every month on the call. So I don't know where people get that we got to go to Watauga County to get help for domestic violence. Oasis is right here in Avery County. How do I know? Because when I come here, there wasn't nobody here. And all of a sudden they appeared on the call. And they're here and they bought a place and they're operational. Okay? So I don't know about all that. I know that $100,000 in administrative fees means probably $10,000 in your campaign and $10,000 in your campaign and $10,000 in each one of your campaigns, ultimately.
But explain something to you, I don't take nothing from the county.
I'll
So
believe it
don't
when
point
I
and
see
tell
it,
me what
Mr.
I'm-
Burleson, when I see it. Please don't interrupt my 3 minutes. I don't interrupt you, sir. Please don't ever do it again. Now, I'd like my time back. We can play this game all day long, though. The Dogwood Health Trust is defund the police and Black Lives Matter. I sent it to Mr. Burleson. It's on the website. You're conservative Republicans and you're accepting money from those folks? And you're being told that people have to go to Watauga?
About the domestic violence shelter, so stick to the issue.
I am. These are the people involved in this.
Not slamming these commissioners, not part of the issue. You stick to the issue.
Did I slam the commission?
Yes, you did.
How, sir? I
You
apologize.
said 10,000 went to our campaigns. That don't happen. So you stick to the issue about the domestic violence shelter.
I'm not allowed to voice my opinion?
On the agenda, this is an agenda item. Public hearing, you speak to the.
Stop the time again, Philip. He's interrupting me again. I'm sorry, Mr. Phillips.
That's fine. You go
Please
right ahead.
explain to me again.
We're talking about domestic violence shelter. We're not talking about what
We're
commissioners.
talking about the money for the
Campaigns or
shelter,
anything
sir.
else, stick to the topic.
I am. The
go
money
right
for
ahead.
the
Go
shelter,
right ahead.
if there's extra money left over,
If we could hold just a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Jenkins, your time, the clock was still running.
That's
And if
okay.
it was 45 seconds, I'm gonna ask the manager if he'd put a minute back on the clock for you,
Well,
just to give you your 45 seconds.
You would be right, ma'am, if he would have stopped it when Mr. Phillips started
He
talking,
was trying to, the button wasn't working, I was watching.
after I directed him to. But it had run
I'm
for
asking
35
him to
minutes,
put it
ma'am,
in.
or 35 seconds before I directed him
If he
to.
could do
Let's
that.
do a minute and 45 seconds.
It wasn't that long, sir.
Or will I be interrupted again? I get to speak for 3 whole minutes on a subject and it can't go in uninterrupted.
Mr. Jenkins, if you could wait just a moment and let the clock reset.
Am I interrupting that process?
Yes, sir,
You're taking up your own time.
You're taking up your own time. If you just wait just a moment and let the clock run.
Yes, ma'am.
If Mr. Barry could get it down to.
I'm trying to talk
to
about
2 minutes.
veterans and law enforcement, ma'am. We're not talking about crackheads and convicts.
Maybe we can look at getting a clock that resets quicker.
Maybe we could spend $900,000 on veterans in this
Mr. Jenkins,
community.
you're using time, sir. If we could just
You're
wait
talking to
till-
me, I'm just
I'm
replying.
asking you to wait till the clock gets to 2 minutes.
I'm
sir.
waiting. I'm sorry. I didn't screw it up.
There we go.
Thank you, Philip. Now, what I'm saying is that you have nothing for veterans. You have something for domestic violence in the community already. Why isn't this grant going towards a veteran shelter? Why isn't it going towards helping our veterans? Come on, conservative Republicans, let's do this. Here's the grant. We just look at the codes and within the guidelines, we automatically have the funding. The lady said it, they don't even come back to people and ask them. They came back and asked you, and you didn't think of our veterans. Y'all made a decision without even consulting any veterans in the community to see if there's something that would qualify under this program. What is going on? What is happening? Do you hate veterans? Do you want crackheads and convicts and another domestic violence shelter over a shower and shave facility for brothers that are living in these hollers and on the Appalachian Trail? Is that what you want? I don't think the community agrees. I don't think Rolling Thunder agrees. I don't think I agree. And I don't think your constituents are going to agree. Unbelievable, man. I cannot believe that I sat in this meeting and heard what I just heard come out of the mouth of you people. You have a facility in Avery County for domestic violence. They're on the phone call every single month claiming that they're helping the people in Avery County. We have nothing for veterans, and you're going to throw $900,000 with $100,000 held back for administrative. God is my witness, strike me dead.
Okay.
Let's go. Leave. You fellas see this? This is your county.
I'm trying to hold a meeting. Move on.
Y'all take care, Mr. Phillips.
You do the same.
Have a good night.
Yes,
God
sir.
bless
You
you,
too.
sir.
Miss Jeannie Futrell and Jennifer Kern, is that right? Well, you can come first. Yeah, you go ahead.
Hi. I print some.
And you'll have 3 minutes.
Okay. I won't. Hi, my name is Jeannie Futrell, and I'm the Executive Director for Oasis. And I've been with Oasis since 2009 and became the Executive Director in October. And so I'm very honored to be here to talk with you and recognize several of you. What I'll say is, really, I'm up here to thank you for looking at this, and I really want to thank you also for really hard work. We do serve Watauga and Avery County, and we have a shelter in Watauga County currently. We do have a office in Avery, which is
right across the parking lot here. And we have been here for many years providing services, but one of the things that we talked about in our public input sessions was the need for a facility here in Avery County where people can stay in their county, they can go to the same school, go to the same church, they can have family support that they are not going to get when they have to drive to a whole nother county. And we know that the citizens here deserve that, and it's more likely that people will actually reach out for help if they have an option to do so. And so some of the forms that the sheet I sent around, that is not a picture of the home. It's just it is just a house. And the reason I put a picture, and I'll hand some to our audience as well, is that sometimes people think of a more institutional place, but really it is a home that people take a lot of pride in. It would be a regular looking house that would have security and cameras and fencing and things in place, and it would be something that would contribute to a neighborhood and look beautiful, and that we would be very, very honored to be able to be part of that here. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Our board chair is also here to just thank you all and for considering changing this. And it really is like a miracle did happen. I would be remiss to say that it doesn't scare me. It's a huge responsibility, and I know that we are not given things that we cannot handle, and I know that as a county we can handle this, and I know as a person I'm honored to be the executive director right now while we are able to provide this service. So thank you.
Thank you.
We're getting a new clock, I promise.
Would it be out of line if I addressed some of the if I clarified some stuff, or?
Do you want her to go ahead and speak, or you?
I mean, it might be better just to finish public comments.
Okay.
If there are any
Jennifer,
other
you
public
can come
comments.
up and do yours. Thank you.
I don't need 3 minutes. I just really wanted a chance to say thank you so much, a heartfelt thanks for this opportunity and the trust that you put in the organization of Oasis to carry this out and to maintain it in the community. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can you say your name?
Oh yes, it's Jennifer Kears.
Sorry.
And since there is time, I don't know if that would be appropriate, but if you had questions that you had for myself as the board chair or Jeannie, we would be happy to answer those. But maybe that's, I don't know the rules of public comment.
Okay.
Okay.
You good? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Michelle, continue.
Since Michelle Ball was also there, she's not.
Michelle Ball, you can come in.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to just clear up a couple of things that were mentioned in public comment for the rest of the public. I noticed he didn't stick around just to say. We did look at what the county needed, and there is a need for a domestic violence shelter in the county. Again, we had public input sessions. We opened it up. We had no veterans show up. We've not had any requests from any veterans for a thing like this. And there is not a shelter in the county, like he said. Oasis has an office. A person can't come stay at the office to escape an abusive spouse or partner. This facility will allow that and allow them to be safe with their children, and allow them to seek the help that they need. And as for the money, the admin money, 10% admin is standard for these grants, and it's put aside, and it pays. This grant will be going on for 5 years. Just divide, I think we end up getting about $80,000 by 5. That's not very much per year considering how much work's being done on this grant. And it goes to help
So I work 7 counties, and this grant helps pay to do work in other counties as well and to do other applications. So I don't want it to seem like you all are not getting, that admin's not coming to you all. It goes into the project. It's either paid admin or construction or to buy the house. It goes nowhere else, and it is very, very well audited. The state looks at those receipts very carefully. So I just wanted to let everybody know that too, that there's no gain from the board here for that. Did I hit all his topics? I think that was his main two. I just wanted to clear those up because I didn't want it.
Okay, if there's nothing else for the public hearing, I need a, do we need to approve anything today? Okay. All right. I need a motion to move out of public hearing back into regular session.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Let's go to 3.5, staff reports and requests.
You do need to approve.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We do
I
need
thought we
to,
might have, I didn't know.
we do need approval.
That
Well,
wasn't on
we had
their
to come out, yeah.
paperwork.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Okay, let me,
Yeah,
is there just a resolution to it?
There's not really resolutions, just, I guess, there's,
I mean,
this is an amendment,
there has to be a project amendment and a budget amendment, is that what you
Yeah.
have?
Yeah, and I have those here.
Okay.
do we need to present those?
And I can leave those, I can leave them to be signed too.
Okay.
I'm just
So
gonna
that
leave it.
wasn't
So do they,
included.
it's not an agenda, it's not been put on the agenda for approval of those things. So does that need to be approved today?
It really does. I'm sorry.
Then the board
Yeah.
would need to-
I didn't realize that it was,
I think the board would need to amend the agenda.
Yeah.
I make a motion to amend the agenda to include the items that she asked.
All in
Sorry
favor
about
say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Usually when I do that, I think it's automatic.
now can she present those?
Yes, I think the hearing notice that Michelle went over indicated that it would require, if the board approves the change, an official project amendment and a budget amendment. And I think those are the documents that she has.
So then we have approved those.
And it's been approved as an addition to the agenda, so the board would need to approve those, approve the project amendment to change the nature of the project and a budget amendment.
Separately,
I think it could be done in one motion.
Okay.
so moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
That's it.
That's good. Okay. All right. So are we good now? Everybody good?
We're good. I'll leave the paperwork
Okay.
to be signed. You don't have to do it today.
Great. 3.5 staff reports and requests.
Don't have any, Mr. Chairman?
Ms. Porter, do we have anything for closed session?
Nothing that I'm aware of.
Okay, thank you. So we go to 3.7, approval of minutes, May the 7th, 2024 budget workshop, June the 3rd, 2024 regular meeting, and June 17th, 2024 regular meeting. Need a motion to approve.
Move to approve the minutes as presented.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, we'll go to 3.8, agenda consent items. Are there any questions on those? If not, they are approved by consent. And informational items, 3.9. Do you have those?
And I went over
in front of you?
99% of those.
Okay. Anything we need to know? Okay, what about next meeting?
Next meeting, of course, is on the 3rd,
Right.
which is Tuesday because Labor Day is on Monday.
What about the joint meeting?
So we do have, we've been going back and forth with dates with the Board of Education. So we finally got one settled, hopefully, August the 22nd at 5 o'clock.
And they'll be here.
That's on Thursday here, yes.
Okay. August 22nd, a joint meeting with the school board on August 22nd.
Yes.
Okay, 5 o'clock on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All in favor, let's go home.
I didn't mean to open the can of worms about that. No one that said.